Hello, Twitch chat. Welcome back. Welcome back to Elden Ring. Just gonna delete my community post on YouTube so that people don't think I'm still live with Minecraft. Let's get back to it. We are here for what I assume is going to be the finale of the Axe of Godfrey Randomizer playthrough. And oh boy, do we have some stuff ahead of us. So, as we discovered on the last stream in which we got to the end of Fallingstar, we beat what even was the boss there. It was like Red Wolf of Radagon and then Commander Niall and his two summons. We got ourselves to Lanedale, capital of Ash, for the final boss rush of the game, and we discovered that the axe has indeed come home. Alas, he is returned. Godfrey is waiting for us one arena early in the place that we normally fight Gideon Ofnir. So this playthrough has been bookended by encounters with Godfrey, which I think is actually amazing for the narrative of this run. Like, we fought Godfrey, Pale Golden Shades, we fought him in Stormvale, we went into Shifra River and we found Godric as the boss at Hallowhorn Grounds. We fought Godefroy in an Everjail somewhere else. And now we have come home to Lanedale and we are facing off with somebody else who has the same axe. We found this axe in a cave. And yet somehow here it is in our hands. So, yeah, we need to get in here and fight Godfrey. I assume this is just going to be phase 1 because Hoarah Loux was in Fallingstar. But this is going to be an unusual arena to fight Godfrey in, let's say. And now I need to remember how Elden Ring works, because I finished Dark Souls this week. I don't think he has quite as much health as Godfrey normally does, but that's also good because he doesn't have a phase 2, so we have to beat the entire health bar out of him. Okay, now he's going to follow up with the Steppy. Yep, okay, cool. We know this fight reasonably well from previous runs, but fighting him with a weapon this heavy is often a challenge. Especially when I'm rusty and this is one of the end game fights. But we can roll and poke. Okay, step away. Oh, God. Yeah, he's swinging the axe the same way I am, which is pretty fun. Okay, now I've got to be aware that all the stomps are going to have shockwaves. And now this is going to have a shockwave too. Okay, I'm on my last heal and he's only probably 2/3 gone, so roll and poke strats it is. Okay, not so much. Oh yeah, okay. I wasn't ready for it that time. And he has Gideon's voice lines, because of course he does. Whew, okay. Good warm-up. Let's get back into it. The Shockwave Edition kind of gives him back a phase 2? Yeah, totally. Like, it's how he behaves at this point in the fight, so it makes sense. I also, like, I'm relatively low level for this part of the game. Like, I'm normally over level 100, like level 125 before I even get to Fallingstar. So, yeah, you can tell I'm in Dark Souls mode as well, because I'm trying to use A to interact with things again. There we go. Don't really need these 6,000 runes, but hey, may as well keep them. Alright, let's get in a couple of swinging, running heavies. Drink the physic as well. I'm pretty sure that gives us strength and a couple of extra percentage points on something. Okay, now this is going to wreck us. Because I can't get away from it. Yeah. Unfortunately, this entire hallway gets filled up when he does that stomp, so it's going to be difficult to avoid that unless we're in the open area. We really need to fight him there. His arena's just a big circle in the main fight, in the usual fight, so yeah, let's go again. Let's try and fight him at the top of the room. I was wondering if we could use the stairs to our advantage to avoid some of his attacks, but it looks like we really need to be fighting him up here. Yeah. I can't really trade charged attacks with him all that well. So yeah, right here we need to be back in this zone. Yeah, I don't stay maneuverable after a lot of these charged heavies, so... And he's gonna hit me. Yeah. Yeah.
You fought well until now.
It's about the timing, this one. And like, in terms of colossal weapons, this axe is pretty good, but you've just got to really pick your openings and not get too greedy with, like, the attacks that are going to do the most damage, and that's what I want to do. Like, I'm feeling myself instinctively drawn to just, like, really hefty swings, because that's also what my talisman loadout supports. And we've also got the Ash of War, which I haven't used yet in this fight, but that changes up what the heavy attack is. And he's not going to be super vulnerable to it because he has a lot of poise. It's going to deal a little extra damage, but he's also got a stomp. Okay, now we're in the wrong place for this. Okay, he's doing it lengthways, that's fine. Long ways is fine for me. Alright, laddie, come at me. Okay, now my modified heavy has worn off. Ow. Alright, we'll heal there. Roll and poke. Plays keep away. Now he's going to do his roar. Oh god, I really mistimed that heal. Unfortunate. Nice, okay, I was hoping for a stagger. I felt like I was dealing enough heavies that we were going to get a stagger. Let's follow up with a roar of our own. Okay, he tanked the damage and then absolutely laid into me. Okay, now he's going to steppy follow up. And we need to be over here, probably. Let's get one more heal in if we can, but... roll and poke, back off. Yeah, no, I needed one more hit, but the heal animation was taking too long. So that was misjudgment on my part. I should have stayed active instead of trying to shore up. Stay aggressive. The game rewards aggression. Like, it genuinely... I mean, it rewards you rolling towards people instead of away from them and so forth, right? I reckon we got this. We are getting very close on this fight, and everything is stacked in our favor. No, he's not going to get hit by that. He's too far out. Well, let's follow up with one of these then. Yeah, no, he was always going to counter that. Leaving myself with, like, no stamina at the end of these.
You fought well until now.
And I haven't been able to level up my endurance too much either. So I'm I'm leaving myself open because I haven't had a chance to fully build for this character. Notice that when fighting Midra, you had to be constantly on top of him and roll towards his attacking side? Yeah, that's... I mean, it's fairly standard Dark Souls formula. You circle strafe, you roll into attacks instead of away from them, because a lot of the time, especially in Elden Ring, enemies have, like, a follow-up that punishes if you've rolled away, so you actually have to stay really close to bosses a lot of the time, and kind of hug one side of them in order to deal any kind of... See, like, if I roll back from that, because it comes out of him in a wave, you end up taking damage from it instead of being able to maneuver and find space. And then he closes the gap. So he's gonna, like, lunge towards me and stomp probably in a second. I'll get a couple of heals in. Okay, that time we got him with the Ash. Wait for him to do something and counter. I'm lucky he didn't hit me with that one, because that would absolutely have taken me out. He waits for me to drink again. Okay, follow up.
My fellow.
Yeah.
You fought well until now.
Ironic boss location? Josh, you have no idea. This whole run has been bookended by Godfrey in various ways. I swear to God, if the last boss is Soldier of Godric, this will have been absolute perfection in terms of the randomizer giving us wacky scenarios and completely upending the game. Alright, he's getting into position to throw his axe again, but sometimes he chooses not to. Okay, we get a few roll and poke hits in, which is fine by me. This one lets us get some space. We'll move in for another combo. Dang it. Okay, he interrupted me. Makes sense. Yeah, he did the same thing again. Like, I always think I'm a little bit further over than I am. He just keeps bringing it down on me every time I try and do that. Maybe I need to do it from further away and he's not going to react because he can follow up with something else after I'm done. I was really hoping that was going to end up in a stagger, but not so much. No chance.
You fought well until now.
Commander Gaius was insanely annoying to defeat. Oh, I bet. He's not easy at the best of times. Hey, Liara, thanks so much for the 74. Welcome in. Good evening to you. We are back on our Elden Ring stuff. This is the finale of Axe of Godfrey, provided that the game does not have some absolutely awful bosses waiting for me in the next couple of arenas, because after this, there are going to be 4 bosses. Because there's a cutscene in the middle of what would be the Godfrey fight, where he transitions into a boss that we've already fought elsewhere in this game. Okay. Yeah, he's like, this is how you stomp. That's not a stomp. This is a stomp. Yeah, he's putting on a clinic right now. I'm getting schooled. I also only have +5 flasks, so my healing capacity is nerfed somewhat from where I would be with this guy.
You fought well until now.
Just waiting for Godskin Rykard. So if we end up beating this game within a reasonable amount of time tonight, if we end up seeing the end credits, then I will explore a bit more of the game, probably go to Volcano Manor, see what some of the other major optional bosses were, if we can get that far, just to see what the other NPC outfits look like as well. I've only got 1 rune arc left. I don't want to use it on this fight. Okay, that's looking better. That's gonna connect. Roll and poke. Rolling and poking. All day, every day. Okay. That would be phase 2 transition, but it's a stomp off. No, dude, we did so well up until that point. I mean, that's what he says. We fought well up until now. Now, that showed us what a really solid opener can be, but yeah, he's got such powerful hits, and my heals probably make up for 1 hit at a time when he connects with something big. So I can only really let him hit me like 9 or 10 times throughout this fight, because that's how many heals I have. We roll and poke, we roll and poke. Alright, healing after this. Letting him follow me up the stairs and then stomp. Ow, okay, maybe not. Try again. Better! Although I'll take a couple more heals while he's thinking about what to do next. Oh, okay, fair. Okay, forced him to do that lengthways again, so a little bit more time to heal up. No way I'm missing that. Oh, God. Yeah, the timing on that threw me.
Until now.
Sometimes it lets me revive really fast. Other times it's like, think about what you've done. Think about your actions. Consider. Wonder if maybe I can bolster my attack slightly more. Well, I don't know if that will have done anything with the other buffs that I have. Oh, it does a bit more. When he's got range, he uses it. Oh, that's not going to end well for me. Yeah,
You fought well until now.
he did not leave me much room to move there. So yeah, no exalted flesh for me then. Couldn't beat this boss, you got stuck here. Well, this is kind of a weird setup in that I have randomized where this boss appears. So if anything, this is even weirder. I don't think I've ever let that attack hit me, but I was just drinking at the wrong time for that one. It's difficult to see it, but I did actually hit him. In the midst of him hitting me back there.
My fellow, you fought well until now.
Okay. My tea is all done. Let's get serious. Yeah, no, this is very much Godfrey telling me this is how you use this axe. His is slightly larger than mine. Just because of the way enemy scaling typically ends up in Dark Souls games, where their models are larger than yours. Okay, was hoping that would hit, but never mind. I want to not be in this little corridor when he does that. No! Dang it. I was really hoping he'd keep walking. Yeah, Gideon is normally the guy who's here. And I think, honestly, he might be kind of tricky with this weapon just because it's a slow-swinging weapon, but it would turn him into paste if we were playing this normally. Probably because I would have min-maxed my build a lot better. And be higher level than, like, 90-something. Try and get this in now. Mostly so I can do a couple of extra heavy hits. On occasions like that, where sometimes I can get him in.
My fellow.
He's just like golf swinging me at this point. Having now played not all of Dark Souls 1, like I still haven't done the DLC, but having beaten Dark Souls 1, the fundamental difference between this game and Dark Souls in terms of combat, I'm not sure if this is true of Dark Souls 2 and 3, but it's definitely true of Dark Souls 1, is that so many enemies just reset to like a default pose after literally every move they do. It's like if after everything he had to go back to standing like that and walking towards you. That's what every enemy in Dark Souls does. So you can always find punish windows because they aren't attacking you in this, like, fluid, organic way. In this homegrown, organic way. I think, honestly, the best way to keep pressure up is just going to be to keep rolling and poking like this. And then avoid big AoEs. But always roll around him wherever we can. Oh, I didn't think that was going to reach me so far away. I hadn't realized I haven't done the DLC. Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Like, doesn't matter. I've seen bits and pieces of how the DLC starts, at least. But yeah, I'll get to it. I've done the DLC in this game, just not in Dark Souls. I'm on my second Dark Souls playthrough right now. But I didn't do like a New Game Plus playthrough. I started a new character because I wanted to play in a different style, so I started a Pyromancer. Okay, steppy follow-up. Oh god, I don't want to be here.
You fought well until
I couldn't see which way he was going to send that, and I ran right into it instead of away from it. But yeah, I started with a Pyromancer, and then I ended up getting the Black Knight in Darkroot Basin to drop his halberd, so I've just been playing basically a strength build from now on. Like, my first build was a dex build, and then I decided, sure, let's go for strength and maybe pyromancy this time around, but, like, we're full sending two-handed on strength at this point. He has such a massive reach with that thing. And I do not. Okay, I called BS on that last one. I was nowhere near that. Okay, good. Happier with that. Godfrey the All-Knowing. Need to heal. Yes! Okay, good.
In my bones.
Ha!
Become a law.
The curse mark of death.
Not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
Well, now we have earned this axe. And we got a decent chunk of runes from it, so I'm going to put a couple into endurance just so I have enough room to roll after this. 50 vigor, 24 endurance, 49 strength, 19 dex. Not too bad. Do I have anything else I can pop now? Maybe this. That'll get us within 8k. Oh yeah, no, that's achievable. Doable. Right, so last time we came here... yeah, we need 500 or so more. Last time we came here, Fire Giant was in the arena where you fight Morgoth. It was only phase 1 of Fire Giant, so imagine if we get phase 2 from this. Also, I can still put so many points into strength, like for extra attack power. Absurd. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what awaits us in the Godfrey Hoarah Loux fight, because it would start with Godfrey, and then after a certain point there is a phase 2 transition, and we will get a different boss out of that, and then we've got to deal with different bosses for both Radagon and Elden Beast. So whatever happens to us now, if it's like a weak first boss, it could be an absolutely awful second one, so we cannot let our guard down. Magma Breath in a Golden Rune 12. Thank you for that. So this could be absolutely awful. Or it could be a walk in the park. I'm imagining it just being a mix of the two. Well, we can't see who's in the boss arena this time around, so... this is going to be very interesting. We also don't have help. Like, normally we'd have 2 summon signs here for Shibriri and Nefeli Loux. But let's see what we get. I don't see anything in this arena. That worries me. But maybe the boss just doesn't spawn in until you've actually walked through the fog wall and seen the cutscene. Godfrey is here mulling over the fact that we just defeated him. We haven't met Elden Beast anywhere, no.
It's been a long while. Morgoth.
I love the fact that this is now the epilogue of the Godfrey fight, not the prologue. That's wild.
Long and hard didst thou fight.
Yeah, against you. Anyway, I've seen enough.
Warrior.
Who is it? The second Fire Giant phase! You are absolutely kidding me, dude. Also, I have nowhere to go. Yep, I'm already dead. I can't believe they've done this. There's no way that's, like, a thing this randomizer does, right? Like, it doesn't put the second phase of a boss in this arena when you return. That's just pure coincidence that it's done that. The Fire Giant being here at the Burning Erd Tree, though, is pretty darn good, if you ask me. But yeah, I'm curious how it's going to start, considering that attack is going to do a lot to the area around Fire Giant, and obviously, like, the first time you do this, it starts you in the middle of the arena, so you don't really have much of a chance to escape. But obviously coming in from the fog wall... Oh, hello. Does he just not do the volcano transition, I guess? Oh, this isn't going to be fun in this arena. But the Fire Giant was earlier the Omen King, and now he is the first Elden Lord. I mean... Frankly, I consider this pretty cool. He fell on me like a building, dude. Also, there was absolutely no way I was going to avoid that because I'd just done my Ash of War and I had literally no stamina left. The People's Elbow. Dude, he got me. Narrative on this run is absolutely stacked. I think it's incredible what this randomizer has done. I'm also very concerned about the fact that I have to reach Phase 2 of this fight. Because Phase 2 could be anything. We get second phase of Fire Giant and then something completely unknown. I'm still doing this in a dress. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh god. Now what? How many fire... I mean, you are Fire Giant, I guess, but, like, how many things are you gonna do, bud? At least one more. Okay, good. Thank you. At least give me some opening to attack you. Okay. This fight is a little bit rough in this arena, I'm not gonna lie. No, I haven't fought Phase 2 Rykard. So that could very easily be the second phase of this. I do have the Serpent Hunter, though, so it would be relatively easy, but... Desktop wallpaper vibes, yep. I just wish I could get the opening move of this fight, but he's always going to start with this. Then again, if I get up to, like, here... No, because he's still gonna... He's still gonna move his hands before I get the opportunity to do something like this. And even then, that didn't do a whole lot. I'm just going to attack his legs, I think. Might be a relatively safe strat, even though it's awful to look at, so apologies in advance for this, but, like... One of the major problems with this fight in the arena in which it normally occurs... is that he moves around too much for you to really be able to land attacks on his legs without him rolling, but I think in this case it might be a better strategy. Lion Guru, thanks so much for the 31. Be funny if it was just fire bosses for this. Yes, we've set fire to the Erd Tree, and all of the fire-themed bosses throughout the rest of the game have seen this as a beacon and congregated here. So it's Fire Giant, it's Phase 2 of Rykard. Maybe another Red Wolf of Radagon in here somewhere. You know what? Sure, why not? Oh, he is actually doing that this time. That's cool. Did not realize that was a thing he could choose to do. Now he is sending his orbs. Dude, I hate the fact that I can't use Torrent for this fight now. Hideous. Didn't even get to attack that time. What's up, Kix? Welcome in. I took a fireproof liver, and it seemed to do virtually nothing to help me with that, so I guess a lot of those attacks were physical, but still. Bonkers and also bananas, yes. I do have a couple of mixed physic tears that could help with certain types of damage negation, but I want to be aggressive, not defensive here, so not a whole lot I can do about it either way. Let's get in here, and while he's got his hands on the ground, I'm going to try an AoE. Yeah, since we can stay just on the edge of the flames there, that's still, like, possible to do. Okay, now he's just doing this one at a completely different time. I do wish it was possible for him to just roll out of the arena. That would be my favorite thing about this fight. Dude, I hate the fact that this is constantly tracking me in this arena, too. Okay. What are we going to do about this? I think, honestly, wait for a good pattern is the main thing. But we're going to flask up AoE and then still aim for the legs where I can. Try not to be too scared of those giant's flames following me. In theory, we could also summon, but he has such massive AoE attacks that I feel like summoning is hardly viable. Well, he put a hand there for me. I was going to take it. Oh. All right. We got a couple of hits in with the AoE. He just rolls straight over me, but that's okay. Man, I never know how to roll that attack when I'm on a slope. I think it's almost impossible in this arena. And this we definitely have to run from. But even then, dude, even... The heck was that? Excuse me? Do I have any fire protection talismans? I might do. To be fair, I might do. Yes, in fact. What can I think I'm probably not going to manage too many charged attacks, so we might as well swap that for the Axe Talisman. Yeah, I think backdraft is how I can describe that. That's the only thing that I can really say that was. Yeah, I don't really have a faith build, so flame protect me is not really an option. Get right out of the arena this time. I was trying my best not to mash anything that would make me get up faster, but no help. No help. Can only imagine being in the choir recording during some of the soundtrack. Oh, yeah. Honestly, rehearsals must have been kind of funny. Okay, so he's just starting out with a flamethrower. And see, I get caught with, like, some kind of cross breeze there. Okay, if I'm going towards him, then a lot of the time it's difficult for him to hit me with those fireballs. That's one thing I'm learning. Difficult, but not impossible. Let's remind ourselves. Oh god, and this is going to kill me. I lived. Probably won't live this. Okay, towards him is a good strat, I guess. I don't know if I've ever seen him do that, like, sweeping attack with both his hands. This is probably the longest I've stayed alive for this fight so far. Yep. And the problem is I keep running low on stamina. And then I just end up completely underneath him for that one. Oh! So you're just a volcano now, huh? That's how it is. No stamina left. None whatsoever. I can't just keep using heavy attacks. I've gotta roll and poke the entire time. Where phase 2? I assume that the way this works is that you have to get his health bar all the way down because he doesn't have a trigger like Godfrey or Godric where there's a phase change at a certain health threshold. Like with this phase of Fire Giant, you have to beat him all the way down. Yeah, I think, honestly, if we don't do this in the next few attempts, like if a viable strategy does not present itself, let's say, then I think maybe we go after some more stuff that's going to improve my flasks and help me heal. And maybe level up some endurance. Oh, we got a stagger. We got a stagger. Oh my god. Please. Oh, I needed that to do so much more damage. I'm looking for, like, Furnace Golem levels of stagger damage. Okay, this is not bad, though. Stick around his legs. deal a lot of, like, light attacks. A lot of R1s. Oh my god, the noise. Okay, I swung for his wrist there because I saw it. I can't get away! Okay. Boy, this lag can roll. Okay, we've kept up good pressure so far. I'm worried about being backed into a corner here, but... Oh, he has solved that problem for me. Okay, rolling forward into those is incredible. Alright, what's phase 2? Show me phase 2. You're not Fire Giant. What's phase 2? Oh my god, okay. Ancestor Spirit Warrior. Bye, Fire Giant. And this is the Godskins soundtrack. Is this Regal Ancestor Spirit or just regular? Also, I've never noticed before how decrepit this thing looks because of the arena it's in being so glowy. Also, it hits like a truck because this is the Hoarah Loux phase. So I should be very careful about that. If it sits still for a second so I can hit it, that'd be nice. That's more like it. Yeah, baby! Okay, this one seems doable because I managed phase 1 so well that we have good flasks. And the thing's health is not super high, fortunately. Because once again it has Hoarah Loux's health bar, I suppose. Okay, this should be an easy opening. Okay, a second swing was optimistic, let's say. Alright, you. Okay, dang. He's maneuverable. Maybe jumping R1's going to be better. Yes. Okay, well, he stayed where he was, so that's good. Bring it. Alright. Got a good AoE hit in. Oh, this is perfect. One more hit and we're good. Nice! Okay! Yeah, the background music is also randomized, Specs Rays. That's why we got the Godskin Nobles music there. So. Little endurance. Could really do with some more endurance. Could probably do with some more health as well, because I don't know what's behind that fog wall. We are on to the last two bosses of the run. It's whatever Radagon is, and then it's whatever Elden Beast is. We have enough for another level up here, so I can probably just crush 3 more and we'll be good. Oh, easily. Okay. Not even enough golden seeds to add another charge to my flasks. I have 9 flasks total, that's it. Do we want strength? I think we want strength, but it's only 2 points in attack, but then I'm wondering if the physical defense is going to make up for... No, we probably want a little bit more health, don't we? Well, level 104 is the lowest I think I've been on any of these runs when it comes to the final boss, but we don't know what's back here. Josh Lizard is gunning for Elden Rick. God, I wish. A Soldier of Godric fight would just be incredible, even with Elden Beast's health. I just want a very staggerable enemy. That's all I want. We're going to watch the entire cutscene to leave you guys in suspense. Like how Pick said, I hope the path ahead reveals itself and he wins. I mean, it's a philosophy that works. I would love it if they somehow hacked this cutscene so that whatever randomized enemy is put here was just hanging off of this. But we've already, remember, we've already beaten Radagon. Radagon was in the arena where the, what's it called? Dragonkin Soldier of Nokstella. It was in that fight. Considering we have now had Godfrey, Fire Giant, Ancestor Spirit. We haven't seen Renala Phase 2, we haven't seen Rykard Phase 2. No, we haven't seen Renala Phase 1, we haven't seen Rykard Phase 2. We've seen Godfrey, obviously. I'm very worried about this. Watch it be Commander Niall, and then suddenly it turns into like a 5v1, or however many people he summons. Also, the boss music for this arena blends in from the cutscene, so I don't know if it's going to stay with this music or not. Or if it's going to just change abruptly. No! No way, dude! Oh, well, this is a problem. Might not be if his health is that low, but I've got no pillars to hide behind. This is just going to be straight up the Malekith fight. Yeah, of course, of course. I do, however, have the Blasphemous Claw. So, if there's a time to get good with parrying, it's now. Malekith being in the Erd tree, though, is so good. If the final boss of this is, like... I mean, it could be Beast Clergyman, for all I know. If the final boss of this turns out to be, like, Melania or somebody, like, I will leave and go somewhere else. In the game, not like in real life. Although I'd be considering it in real life. If I can get a stagger on this, lads. So happy. Yes. Okay, cool. I am wondering, actually, if he's unable to do some of his attacks because they involve him interacting with aspects of the arena that simply aren't there. He can still do that one, but I'm wondering if he can't, like, jump onto the pillars and stuff. Malekith on Radagon's arena with Moog's music? Yeah, yeah. A very cool place for him to be. Marika's Shadow. Guardian of Destined Death. Been on mute since we saw Fire Giant, but there have been too many perfect choices in a row. I know. Ancestor Spirit was a weird one. But then I guess there was, you know, a tree is involved, so... Okay, that time I whiffed both of my opening attacks that worked so well last time, so... Not filled with confidence about this attempt. And the other thing is, remember, I can't use all my flasks on this phase of the fight because I've got to fight whatever's next. So this is going to be another roll and poke heavy phase, I think. And that was probably not worth continuing that attempt, so I'm fine with it. With me just getting the curse mark of death from Godfrey himself, I know. Oh, so good. Crossing my fingers for Elden Rick, that's all I'm saying. What if it threw one random boss in here from the DLC? What if, like, the next phase turns out to be, like, Divine Beast Dancing Lion or something? I would hate that. I would genuinely hate that. I mean, I'll trade. That's fine. The damage over time stuff sucks. I will say that about this fight. I wish there was a way that you could, like, negate that effect. Obviously, it's kind of one of the key principles of the fight, right? Like, you can't turn off Malenia's heal on hit. You can't turn off Malekith's damage over time. It's the Black Blade thing, but, like... Yeah, man, that'd be rough. He seems to execute the same move each time we start, so he always pulls it out of the ground like this, so we can always follow up with one of those. We can roll here, hit him with another heavy if we're quick enough. And then after that, it changes up. So, I've randomized the DLC and the base game separately, so you wouldn't get any DLC items, bosses, weapons showing up in the base game. Because this was not going to need the DLC at all. The only exceptions have been starting equipment, because there are duplicates of all of the starting equipment in the game anyway. So I actually started with the two-handed sword talisman, even though that's a thing from the DLC. And NPC clothing. Because a bunch of the people in Roundtable Hold had, like, clothing from the DLC character suite. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that as a move. Not the biggest fan of the follow-up, but... Oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's okay. I did so well in the first attempt, of course. And then that's going to kill me, because of course it does. His own personal waterfowl dance. I think, honestly, that attack is more brutal than waterfowl dance, just because of the health drain it does afterwards. Like, waterfowl dance heals Malenia, so I guess that's... And it goes on for longer, but... The real trick to the Malekith fight is just stay behind him. Like, at all costs, stay behind him. Because attacks like that are so much easier to avoid. hate that that's a true combo. I swung into it, that was my bad. But I wasn't happy with the start of that either, so... Yeah, I still have the fire resistance talisman equipped. That's the other thing I just recognized. But then charge attacks... I honestly don't know how much good that's going to do me. Physical damage negation might be better. Erdtree's Favor might also be quite nice to have. Or, you know, stamina recharging is not bad. The rest of this is not going to be that helpful. And then Vitality isn't going to make sense because it's Deathblight, not Destined Death. I think maybe we'll go with charged attacks, so I can probably land 1 or 2. I think that's also what my mixed physic... Yeah, charged attack power. Do I have anything that will be better? I think maybe I still have the, I have the Thorny Cracked here, but that does something different. Something that's not that helpful. Consecutive attacks, yeah, that's it. Boost resistance, heal status, damage negation. I mean, heal status technically works for Destined Death, I think, but... I think, honestly, yeah, we aim to do as many charged attacks as I can fit in, even though he's pretty maneuverable. But wherever I can find those openings, maybe even, like, get one of those in instead of a riposte if I crit and stagger him. Or follow up with one. Let's see if I can get one at the start here, if I just land in the right place. No, I'm running at the time, huh? That's not going to work. There's one there. He has a long punish window there. It takes a while for him to reset, so I could probably get a charged heavy in there. And then got to keep rolling and poking the rest of the time. Also, why do I even still have the blue flask on here? Like, I should really be better about fixing up my item carousel so it's just the stuff I need. Less fumbling around. I know a lot of people put flasks on the pouch. I've always found that doesn't work well for me. I end up, like, swapping my one-handing, two-handing and stuff by accident. No, I can't get one in there. It's after this that I think I can get one. Yeah. And look at that, like, it does. He's probably got, like, 10,000 health. Because, like, 1,000 does, like, a sizable chunk of that. Like, 1,100 does maybe, like, a tenth, maybe an eighth of his health bar. It's all gonna click soon. Yeah, man. How's your stream today? This randomizer thing is, like, is a whole nother level. Like, we just fought Godfrey in Gideon's arena, Fire Giant in Godfrey's first phase, and then Ancestor Spirit in Godfrey's second phase. Now we're fighting Malekith inside of the Erd Tree. This is wild. But yeah, this run has been incredible. I wanted to start with the Axe of Godfrey, but not do a New Game Plus. So the randomizer meant that we could go out and just find it in the world. I found it in one of the caves where the Rune Bears normally is. This is where we can get a charged heavy, like right here. That always double hits me. If it hits me once, it's going to hit me the second time, which is awful. And this we definitely have to get away from, but depending on which way he lands... Okay, that's going to kill me. we fought the Phantom Shade of Godfrey, the Golden Shade of Godfrey in Stormvale Castle, which is where Godric is going to be, normally. We fought Godric in Shifra River in place of Ancestor Spirit. And so now they've all played this game of musical chairs where the Ancestor Spirit was in this arena for the second phase of Godfrey. Forgot you were doing a randomizer and was confused with Radagon. Yeah, we fought Radagon in, like, Ainsel River. He was where the Dragonkin Soldier normally is. So that was wild, too. There have been so many, like, tiny swaps around between some of the minor bosses. But I'm very worried about who's going to be after this phase, considering that the major bosses all seem to have been part of the same, like, loop of enemies. Seriously, why can I not avoid that? It's such a straightforward attack. I'm all for him roaring at me if it's just going to push me away. And then this we could follow up, but then he's going to do that, which definitely kills me. Okay, good. And then he just does some acrobatics for fun. But yeah, then the Farah Mazula fight, we got Hoarah Loux, Godfrey's second phase, instead of Godskin Duo. So we fought every iteration of Godfrey up until this point. And the entire Golden Lineage, basically. Elden Godskin Duo, oh god, imagine. At that point I might consider summoning. Just to, like, even the odds. Okay, this we can follow up, get a charged heavy. Now we're in business, baby! Like KG said, it's just gonna click at some point. Alright, follow up with a jumping heavy, and then create some distance. Which he did for us anyway, so that's fine. Jumping heavy into that. He got us, but not with anything big. Stay behind him if we can. Okay, that one, I didn't expect him to move so quick. God, I hate that attack, but that's fine. Alright, let me get behind you. Okay, here he goes with this again. Man, that's so big. I just gotta remember to roll towards him instead of away. Ouch. Okay, now we at least get to see what's next. This could all be over in a second, or it could be time to rethink our entire strategy for this run. Let's see who it is. Oh! Okay. Where's the other one? Oh god, I hadn't thought about the poison. Ow. Well, he's still got a big sword, kind of like Elden Beast does, so, just threw me. I just wasn't prepared for this. It looks like it's going to be a fairly simple fight, but I've got to beat Malekith to get here. Elden Gargoyle, though. That almost feels like an anticlimax, somehow. Sadly, no Elden Rick. I was really pulling for Elden Rick, but... I mean, at least we know we've got a sound Malekith strat now. We can pull out a stagger and get into about half health without even dropping a flask, probably. Just got to hit him with the running heavy at the start, the charged heavy right after, jumping heavy after that. and we're basically all set. Provided that he doesn't switch it up on us right at the beginning here. Charged. And now I have to make sure I don't get drained. And now another heavy. Yeah, okay. I don't think that's the Malekith Gargoyle. That's not the Black Blade. That's one of the two Valiant Gargoyles. Because Valiant Gargoyles is the only regular boss fight that's not a Black Blade Kindred. And it would say Kindred, not Gargoyle, I'm pretty sure. So Malekith really is the final boss here. Oh, I also just realized I can ride Torrent for that part. So if we want to, we can just run away. Follow him around. Roll. Getting close, charged heavy. Connect. Roll this attack. Jumping heavy. Stagger. Follow up with another jumping heavy. Okay, we got an extra hit in there. Traded a little bit. I'm going to heal where I can. Okay, good. Roll and poke. And this is going to kill me. Oh, not quite. The follow-up will, though. This is not going to go well for me. Oh. Okay, I've got 4 flasks for Gargoyle then. Make that 3. Make that 9. Yeah, Valiant Gargoyles was a really tough fight for me the first time around. I turned up there way too early. You're supposed to go to that area in much like later levels. It's in line with the stuff you're doing for like Rani's quest, but you really don't need to be heading towards Valiant Gargoyles until later. When it starts to click. Honestly, we're not doing too badly considering we're on the final boss rush, which normally takes like the last chunk of a stream on a normal run. I'm just gonna completely mess up the start of this, it's fine. Yeah, like normally it takes us probably an entire stream to get from Gideon through to Elden Beast and win. How funny, we were just talking about Valiant Gargoyles. Unfortunately, I am not playing on PlayStation. And I don't think people have really had much success matchmaking in this stream, but you never know. Yeah, if you find them hard, honestly, you can either summon some Spirit Ashes or just go back to them later. Also, ignore this boss. I just completely, like, lost all focus with, like, how to start this fight now. Yeah, I think he's figured out my strat. That's what it is. No, I think when I ran in at the beginning, I did a different attack. I tried to do a charged heavy, And that's not the opening I was supposed to use to get the charged heavy, so I kind of screwed myself over there. I think I might need to take a quick break in a second just to run to the bathroom and reset the energy slightly. Okay, so that time you didn't give me the opening for the charged heavy, which is this. And now, I was really hoping he wouldn't move for that. Because if I could have got him with a jump attack, we might have had a stagger there. Unfortunately, we gotta wait until this one. And still miss. I almost feel like stamina recovery could use a bit of a boost, but... yeah, I think I'll go on a quick break, just run to the bathroom, and focus up. And I think we can get this done. And then we're going to just go and explore the rest of the game anyway, so we'll see what we can manage. But, folks, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a minute or two's time. Alright, I'm back. Ginger, you off? No worries. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by as always. Robbie, you're back! Okay, let me fill you in, Robbie. So, in place of the Gideon Ofnir fight, we fought Godfrey, the first phase of Godfrey. Took us a few tries, but we got it. Then we came to this arena. Amazingly, because we got Fire Giant Phase 1 when we fought, like, when it would have been Morgott here, Fire Giant Phase 2 was waiting for us as the first half of the Godfrey and Hoarah Loux fight. The Hoarah Loux phase was replaced by Ancestor Spirit, who we beat. And now we're going into the Erd Tree, where our final boss fight is against Malekith, and then one of the Valiant Gargoyles. So Malekith is obviously the harder opponent of the two, but we haven't got to fight the Gargoyle for long, and it does hit pretty hard because it's scaled to be the final boss of the game. So, yeah, this is Phase 1. We've got a couple of openings at the beginning here, where we can do some pretty hefty attacks. But I always get double hit by that because I'm just not ready for the timing. And then I keep missing the follow-up. So So the only thing I've noticed about this fight, aside from that, is that he doesn't do as many of his acrobatic attacks because he can't jump to a pillar because there are no pillars in this arena. But aside from that, he's still very much Malekith, which means he has a lot of health drain BS that I am not the biggest fan of, but I will continue to complain about it until I beat him. It's not been too difficult, mostly because our weapon does a truckload of damage and Malekith is kind of designed to have low health. And even though he's in place of Radagon, it hasn't scaled him up as much as I expected it to. So what we do is we get in a heavy attack there, roll in, dodge this, and then ideally I'd get a heavy in there as well. It's fine if he roars at me. And then I spend the rest of the fight trying to get behind him. Roll and poke. Get any jumping and charged heavies that I can, because I have a talisman that is increasing the damage my charged heavies can do. Okay, didn't think I was getting hit by that one, so we'll take it. I support complaining. Good. Support your local complainers. They do good work. But yeah, once we're done with this two-parter boss, we'll probably go and explore some more of the game whilst it's still in this randomized state, and then we'll begin the Axe of Godfrey run, presumably on Halloween, which will be kind of fun. This fight was designed for pillars too. Yeah, so you can... Realized I hadn't taken my physic flask, but that's fine. Yeah, you can like hide from some of his attacks behind pillars, but you've still got to be face to face with the lad to do some damage, so... Yeah, I keep getting hit by that because I roll too early. Just gonna let it kill me at this point. I need to fix how I deal with that first attack, and then after that, it's just... It can be reactive from that point on, but the first attacks are scripted, so... There is sometimes an occasion on which I can get in an extra charged heavy, but... The last couple of times there has not been. Let's remember to drink the physic before we get in there. And we do also have the Blasphemous Claw, so if I learn to parry, we could do it that way, but... I am, not going to learn to parry today. Okay, I missed all my attacks that time. This is where we could get in the charged heavy right there. We got him to loop that attack, right? That was kind of funny. But yeah, he'll go down easy enough once I actually lock in for this fight. But it normally takes me a couple of tries on any melee playthrough to beat Malekith at this point. Like, the last couple of easy Malekith kills we had, I think we beat him pretty easily with Anvil Hammer. And then on the Astrologer's Staff playthrough, it was me and Zloy, so two of us handled it pretty easily, but... I don't really have anything I can summon that's going to be any good at lasting in this fight or dealing any significant damage, so... Oh, that would have gotten us an extra opening. Because he's changed up the attacks that he's doing for some reason. Got to roll and poke for a couple of attacks here. And then jumping heavy. There we go. We got the stagger, finally. Another jumping heavy follow-up. I'll heal after that one, I think. Yeah, no way. Yeah, the thing I need to be aware of is that sometimes I can get a charged heavy in there if he's not going to follow up and do everything else, but if he does, I have to get behind him. Rolling behind him is the best way to avoid that one. Yeah, we're almost there. We've only seen the Elden Gargoyle once, but I'm fairly confident we can get through that fight as long as I have a couple of heals on deck. We'll manage. Forgot the physic again. Honestly, the physic is not doing much. It's increasing a couple of my attacks. Like a little bit of base damage, but... this is where we can get in our charged attack, and then... roll that successfully, hit him with another heavy if we can. I gotta just keep track of my stamina by the time I'm doing that. I think a jumping heavy is gonna make more sense. Or even, like, roll an R1. But he gave me the opening that time. Let's do it again with the flask this time. We shall manage. Yeah, it's been an hour and a half of, like, attempting 4 bosses? I guess 5 if we reach the gargoyle. But we can get that. Well, this one started differently. Okay, if he screams at me there, that's fine. As long as I get a chance to heal now, and then... jumping heavy. Oh, he changed that up. Oh, I tried to go for a charged heavy there just so I could try and get the stagger, but that's not the way. Okay, avoided it that time. Good. That one was always going to land. Alright, what you got for me, bud? Easy. Easy money. Yes, okay, this might be a crit into phase 2. And if it's not, then easy follow-up. Tinker, thank you for the 77 months. 5 months progress towards the next anniversary. Be too selfish to make a minor request on the next anniversary. I know you already did the FF9 playthrough last time. I mean, depends what the request is. I can always say no. Alright. Decide where you... I thought I rolled that. I was like, decide where you're going to be and stay there. I feel bad for seeing the messages of support come in when I have already been killed by the next one. But no, we'll do it. We'll do it. I need to remember that I can get on torrent, so I can abuse iframes from that if I need to. Look away for a second, and death. Love to see a new one-chunk tutorial, huh? I'll see what I can manage. Been a while since I did like a good old-fashioned creative tutorial. That one I'm just going to let go. That one I did not start well, and it was only going to get worse from there. Just bought Elden Ring with the DLC. Can't wait to play it. Just need to wait for your new PC to come. Nice. So ignore everything you're seeing here. To be fair, you're not seeing things in the same place that they would be normally, so you won't have all of the context for some of this, but yeah, ignore all of it. You'll be fine. My favorite was the Japanese castle. Yeah, there's a lot of new blocks in the game, so I imagine we could do something fun with those. Considering the last time I did one chunk tutorials was probably back in like 1.12. Okay, that time I at least avoided taking damage, so I'll take that. That's fine. Okay, free heal. It's always going to get double hit by that one. Dang it, he lured me in! He lured me in for the follow-up. Sometimes he just lets me have that one for free. Played all the Dark Souls games? Oh yeah. Like, it's more that I don't want you to be spoiled for bosses and stuff, because it's fun experiencing all this stuff for the first time. I've only beat Dark Souls 1 so far. Elden Ring was my first. I still haven't really made much progress with Sekiro, but I don't have it installed right now. Once I'm done with the other two Dark Souls games, maybe I'll go back and do Sekiro as well. Still waiting for them to bring out Bloodborne on PC, but that's probably never going to happen, so... Okay. Could have taken advantage there, I did not. See, now I kind of understand more of those patterns. Fighting Malekith in a different arena has got to be a really interesting way of learning this fight. Like, without relying on the pillars and stuff. Amazing how far in front of him that effect hold... That like, sphere projects. Okay, this is a stagger if I hit. Yep, okay, incredible. I wasn't sure if he was close enough for me to hit, but he was moving towards me, so his hitbox was ready for me at that point. Okay, gargoyle time. What you got for me, bud? Okay, we roll and poke this fight. Nice. Good clean stagger. Got it all from R1s as well, so that's not too bad. Oh god, there is a second one. Okay, so this is where the fight becomes awful. Yep. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was going to do the duo fight or not, but it did. Alright, this is now actually a challenge. But once again, if we get through Malekith, I need to remember I have Torrent. 2 boss fights in a row, essentially. Well, 3, yeah. 3 now. It's Gargoyle Duo instead of Godskin Duo. That's, yeah, that seems to be what's happening here. Basically 3 bosses. The hardest the end of Elden Ring has ever been. So I really need to DPS race the first Gargoyle, don't I? Because the second one is just going to be there very quickly. Okay, yeah, that time. I really wish I had better flasks than +5 for this, though. I really wanted Elden Ring. I would have absolutely taken Elden Ring. I'm just glad it wasn't Melania. We haven't seen Melania this entire time, which I would say is almost unheard of for a randomizer, but we haven't... We've done the critical path of the game. We haven't traveled too far afield for so much other stuff. I think considering I was planning on going and doing more of the other stuff around the edges of the map for this randomizer anyway, like after we beat this boss, I think we could always go and do that and then just come back with slightly more vigor, slightly more endurance, any of that stuff that's going to help us, right? Maybe some better flasks. Not sure what I did that time to get a better stagger on him, but I did. Follow up with a jumping heavy. And then damage over time is going to kill me if I don't heal, so I heal. I thought he'd landed close enough to me that I'd be able to hit him, but I swing too slow. If it had been Fire Giant Phase 2 and Melania Phase 2, would have been pretty rough. I think, honestly, the Melania fight, wherever it occurs, you get both phases. Like, I think she just... I mean, depending on the situation, right? But, like, we got both phases of Godric because there is no second phase in that arena. But I think if we'd fought Melania there, we would have had Goddess of Rot Melania as well, you know? I'll give it one more try after this attempt, because I didn't drink my physic at the start of this attempt, so I'm already slightly at a disadvantage. Okay, that one hit me with the follow-up because I wasn't even quite sure what attack he was doing. Yeah, I think in terms of areas of the map we haven't really explored, we can't get to Consecrated Snowfields because I don't have the medallion. We haven't really explored any of Mount Gelmir, and some of the stuff there is going to get us some pretty decent, you know, levels and everything. yeah, like this area and this area we haven't really explored. We haven't done too much on Altus. And there's obviously some bosses that we can go back to, like we didn't fight the Deathrite bird at the Minor Erd tree. I don't think we fought whatever was at this Minor Erd tree either. We haven't been done, like, basically the entirety of Nokron. Because after the Radagon fight, I just went straight to Lanedale. Because the Radagon fight wasn't a Radagon fight. Yeah, okay. Let's take a step away from this one. Let's clear the air, change up the energy, try and get a couple more upgrades for flasks and stuff. Maybe a touch more vigor, but I think we've got this. I think we can finish this up on today's stream. I'm trying to think where else we'll find... Like, we'll find another boss down there, because that's where Wormface usually is. We still haven't been to a couple of the other places, like churches and stuff, where you get the upgrades, so there's a chance that there'll be something interesting there, like more golden seeds. Yeah, I don't have the secret Haligtree medallion, like I don't know where the pieces of that are, and they're not going to be in the usual places, so it's not like I can just go there and get it, right? Also, if I up my endurance, I could end up wearing some different armor, but I personally really like the fact that we got dealt this armor by the randomizer, and we should just wear it the rest of the playthrough, because we got this far with it. Let's see what's in this arena. This is normally Demi-Human Queen Maggie. Oh, cool. This is 2 watchdogs, but roughly equivalent. Okay, fair. Sure, stunlock me in the corner. Why not? Why not? I was really hoping to get an AoE on both of them right at the start of this fight, and since then, not covered myself in glory, but this could have been worse. I got stuck on some element of the arena there, and I'm not sure what it was. Okay, he clearly took advantage of that. Better. Pitiful amount of runes, of course, but... Okay. I take the hint. I think normally that's the, ritual sword talisman or something. It's something that gets you, like, extra attack on having full health, right? Okay, that was nothing. Okay, good. We haven't healed Millicent either, from what I recall. Even though we have all of the needles and stuff that we need for that. Where do we want to go on Altus? We've got the golden tree from over there and here. Because, like, obviously going down this road gets us to Mount Gelmir. We fight whatever's in the Fallingstar Beast arena. Up here we'd normally have a Tibia Mariner fight, and it's an Erdtree Avatar instead. Tibia Avatar is pretty funny. Though it is really nice doing this area without there being skeletons coming up out of the ground constantly. Nice, good fight. Oh, okay, interrupted the sound effect there. Oh, more death roots. Question, how does that happen? What does that do for us now that Farum Azula is done? Like, is Geraint going to be in the Bestial Sanctum or no? That was cool. That was cool what I just did. Clergyman should still be there. Yeah, I can't remember because, like, Farum Azula is meant to be, like, outside of time or whatever, so I can never remember if he's, like, still here or not, but I think I have a couple of Death Root to hand in. Yeah, I have, like, 2.
Feed me.
Okay, great. This axe also isn't fully upgraded. It's only +9, so if we can find a somber ancient dragon smithing stone, then we can potentially upgrade that. We haven't fought many of the dragons, either, because it didn't start well. Like, Lansax was in the middle of that lake in Limgrave, so that didn't feel too great. Fighting a Gilil on this bridge wouldn't be too bad, though. Got so scared when I gave him the 4th or 5th death root and he just attacked me. Yeah, he does that. It's a bit rude of him, right? Well, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have gone for the extra heavy. Now we know, though, right? Alright, Grumpy. I'm just going to give it the business from down here. The crit point is too far away, and I'll do more damage this way, I think. Agil is not the most dangerous of the dragons, so we're alright if we fumble a couple of these. Alright, bye. It's Fire Giant all over again. Yeah, the problem with ending up in any fire like that is, for whatever reason, it damages you like 2 or 3 times. Whether it's like the arena being kind of dodgy, or you just like get back up into it. Hey, Kendrasite, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, friends. Welcome into this weirdness. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you all had a great stream. I'm fighting a big dragon currently. Oh god, this. See, this is something I don't really have an answer for. But that's fine as long as the fire only hits me once this time. You want to come down from your branch there? Great. The fight can resume. Never forget we have a horse, is what I'm learning from this. Oh, we went for the jaw. And now we go for the legs. There we go. Well, that should be the fight, hopefully. And one final poke. Nailed it. Good. Next. Ooh, 80k is not bad. 80k is definitely not bad. Anyway, Kendrasite folks, welcome in. Hope you all had a great stream. If you're new here, my name is Pixel Riff, so I'm normally a Minecraft player, but I've also been playing a lot of Elden Ring lately. We're currently on a randomizer as part of my Elden Ring A-Z project, where I'm trying to beat the game with every weapon in alphabetical order. Which would take me about 8 years if we did it in a normal way, so we're doing it in an abnormal way, where I occasionally do randomizers and other stuff like that. See, this is what the Blackblade Gargoyles look like. I think this one is significantly different. Consider this practice. Even though the other ones in the arena didn't actually get their axes out at any point. I think it's mainly because they killed me too quickly. We'll do a stagger any minute now. And we're not going to get one. Well, how about that? Let's get the runes back at least. We definitely need to keep the runes, because at this stage I think we can still level up. So let's retreat back to the next available grace. In fact, the Blackblade Kindred is actually a really funny boss to follow up Malekith and Gargoyles with, because it's kind of both combined into one, right? It's got the Drain and it's got the Gargoyle attack patterns. Let's hop down here if we can. Oh, gotta make sure I jump off the right part of the cliff. There we go. There'll also be a Knight's Cavalry here who we could... Oh wait, no, it was a Bell-Bearing Hunter last time, wasn't it? Well, let's try and boost our Vigor and Endurance as much as possible, and in the meantime also look for any more Flask upgrades and a Somber Smithing Stone that we could maybe use. We could do War Dead Catacombs, I guess. That could be another fun one to do. But I think maybe I want to go down through Nokron. Do some of that. I don't want to fight the Deathrite Bird. I've decided. My decision is final. I reserve the right to fight it later, but for now, I do not want to fight the Deathrite Bird. So let's make our way down here. There's going to be a boss at Mimic tier. There's going to be a boss at the other Hallowhorn grounds. There's potentially whatever has replaced Valiant Gargoyles. Now we know where they are. There's also going to be a lot of items around here that I would normally ignore, but we should probably pick up just in case. Won't say no to that. Meteor hit the ground, but the grass is all well. Yeah, it really just dug a big hole for them, and that was it, right? Wasn't really too much else to be concerned about. Okay, what is the item that's over there? That doesn't look at anything important. We're only going for purple or orange items. Anything else, if it's not in a convenient location for me, not interested. Oh god, there's a lightning ball over there. And a bunch of soldiers from Lanedale? What? What are you lot doing in Noxtella? I think that guy might have even been from the Halig tree. Okay, that was just some bolts anyway, never mind. Dude, the perfumers can go away. That's what I'll say. My most hated enemy! Alright, good. Ooh, free rune arc. That's the other thing we could do, is get ourselves a bit more health with a rune arc. Stop it! There's a page over there that I didn't spot. Take a page out of your book. Ooh, Arteria leaf. And this is nothing, but we'll grab it anyway. Ah, at last, some clarifying white cured meat. Oh, God. Well. I really wish plunging attacks from Dark Souls 1 were still in this game. We were almost at the Grace, too. I hate that. What a decision. The perfumers can go away. I mean, they can. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Chanel number 5. All of them. Oh, they agree? Yeah. Alright, well this time we're just going to run through all of it. None of this exploration garbage. Let's just get to the Grace. And ideally get my runes back, because that was maybe a third of a level. You're the exception. Oh god. I do wish friendly fire happened sometimes, so that the page could just have been electrocuted, but you know what? I'll take it just to not be scarlet rotted too. And not be shot at from behind whilst I run over this bit. Now where did my runes go? Do you think we can do with this what everybody does with the bird in Mogwin Palace? Try fan daggers. There we go. I guess not. The bird had a combo ready. The bird was apparently an arena trap. If this doesn't... If that bird thwarts us a third time, we are not going to Nokron. I don't care. That was messed up. I hated that. It's like that bird was intended to do that at that exact spot. Like, it literally threw me like a grab move or something. Like, that's not a move that those birds do either. That was a coincidence of the sequence of movements it performed that somehow still led inextricably to my death. Absolutely not. Also no. Alright, if the bird kills me this time, we're going home. Take my runes and I will go elsewhere, sir. It hasn't seen me yet. Okay. Okay, I think we got away with it. I think the bird may also have fallen off a ledge, which is what I wanted to happen to begin with. Yeah, we are literally like 2/3 of the way to a level up with this amount of runes. I will not freely part with those. Oh, glory be, a fingerprint grape. You lot can get in the bin. Alright. Oh, this guy. I hate these guys. There's a bear just casually coming out. Alright, alright. You made your point. I think the bird may have fallen again, yes. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't know what the deal is with this right now, because... Oh! Okay, I see how it is. Priming us to cosplay our defeater. Defeater? Whatever you'd say. Our, oh, and an Okina mask as well. Malekith and Okina. What a combo. Priming us to cosplay our nemesis. Right. Not sure what's behind here. Oh, God. Mimic Fortissax. Well, at least it's not the real one. I hate these ancient dragon boss fights that have absolutely awful targeting zones. Once again, fire becomes my nemesis. Interesting. Okay. Glad we saw that attack. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that heal mattered. Oh, come on. Bring your massive belly over here and be destroyed. Thank you. Oh, yikes. Thank you for Rykard's great rune, I guess. Well, that being down here was an interesting choice. I think I have a golden rune something. I thought I had a golden rune something. Maybe I just broke it before. Thought I had like a golden rune 12 at one point that I could have broken for the rest of the runes I needed, but that's entirely fine. And this one's going to endurance. Hey, Karen. We made it to the final boss. We have a combination Malekith and Valiant Gargoyles fight to end the game. So I'm going around and doing some side stuff in the hopes of maybe getting some flask upgrades. And maybe getting an ancient dragon smithing stone. Maybe getting some more golden seeds. But at this point we are locked in for the end of the game. I've just got to actually follow through. Did we get anything from down here? Or is it just the dialogue? I think it's just the dialogue. Get out of here. You Gostock wannabe. Let's see what's in Regal Ancestor Spirits Arena. Good luck with flask upgrade hunting. Thanks. We'll see how it goes. There are occasionally incredibly important items just hanging around on corpses, so... We're getting a lot of masks from Nokron for some reason. This is like the land of masks. I'm glad to hear everything went okay in the end, Roscoe. I'm sure it's a little bit nerve-wracking having to have all that stuff done, but glad to hear you are on the mend. Ooh. Ash of War Van Halen. Why is there always worm faces and lobsters, man? Okay, did not expect that one to run away as much as it did. Come back. Okay, thanks. Just going to ignore you while I do this. Is it going to be worth it to get the item that's in there? I literally cannot tell, so let's try it anyway. Whoa. Well, at least we can make that fall. That's okay. Guess we got to jump to this from here, right? And then there's this, which is something. Huh, okay. And I like to get off the horse for this jump, because even though you can do this on torrent, it is kind of annoying to do it without, at least for the first little bit. And then double jumping to that is kind of necessary. There's one soldier here. There are no soldiers here. Okay, not really worth it, but sure. I think really, if we get a couple more levels and maybe one more flask upgrade of some kind, we might have the edge on this fight. The only frustrating thing is just not knowing where to go to get all of the levels and stuff that I want. Is that the last one? No, there's one more. That guy was completely ineffectual at what he was trying to do, but I'm fine with that. I think the one more is down here somewhere. Yes. Next to this sheep. Yeah, nice try. I'm the Elden Lord. Such a dynamic kill. There was one earlier where, like, I jumped off a rock as a rotten dog was jumping at me. I think it was in Windham Ruins. And, like, I took it out of the air, and it felt very satisfying. Alright, let's see what this is. In Before Millennia. Oh, this is where you've been hiding. Well, imagine that. I can't use torrents. It's like the old days. This is so not going to be worth it. This isn't even going to give me, like, 50,000 runes or something, right? Also, I'm going to kill it in, like, 5 hits. Oh, yeah, of course, it can do this. Although the arena is watery enough that this actually feels quite appropriate as a venue for Elden Beast. I could do without this part, though. Also, whose boss music is this? I recognize the theme, but I'm like... Is this Margit? No, it's not. Is this Godric Part 2? Maybe. Oh god, Elden Stars. Can we not, please? Seriously, the fire again. Alright. Well, now we've beaten Radagon and Elden Beast, at least. So even if we don't finish the game, and it gave us a flask upgrade, oh. Alright, that was worth it after all. I admit it was worth it. Oh, that was Hoarah Loux, of course. Of course. How do you miss the Cursed Loy XP co-op run of this mod? You missed the co-op run. We didn't use the randomizer for it, so this is the cursed run. But hey, I'm glad we did that. That's actually helped. Didn't expect it to, but it has somehow helped. I could also walk back to Shifra River now and do the fight that was in place of the Dragonkin Soldier there. Yeah, Cursed Co-op with Ollie is going to be very fun. We'll do that sometime in November, probably. +6 flasks. Never thought I'd see the day. So from here, I think we backtrack to that little... Excuse me. This little, like, cubby up here. To warp up. To the bit that's still technically part of Worshipper's Woods, not Ancestral Woods. Or whichever way around that is. I forget. And we could go and see what's in the chest where you normally get the Finger Slayer blade, but there's no boss fight in that direction. The Seamless Co-op mod can support, I think, up to 5 players, and there's a beta version that they were working on that's got support for, like, way more people, so you could almost do, like, an Elden Ring Battle Royale. I forgot how much damage this one does for some reason. Fortunately, I now do a lot of damage too. Clean fight. Dragonkin avatar does sound correct, yes. Okay. Sounds about right, yeah. We got the we got 1 flask upgrade from the Elden Beast. We kill an Erdtree avatar, of course the reward is going to be proportional. I guess Valiant Gargoyles is the other fight that we can do here if we want to do bosses. There's also a few cool items on the way there usually, so maybe those will be replaced with some other cool items. One can only hope. Thanks for the warming stone, I guess. Oh, wow, okay. This is creature feature right now. Let me grab that. Nice, okay. Not sure we'll get to play around with that too much more, but... Wonder what's going to replace the Crucible Knight over here. If it's just an ordinary soldier, I'm going to be so happy. Even better. Even better. It's just one of those, like, wandering nobles. Thanks. Wouldn't it be amazing if he, like, grew wings and started breathing fire like the Crucible Knight does? And then still flew out a window? It's everyone's favorite way of dealing with those guys. Wonder if Siluria will drop anything. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm pretty sure I got, if not Siluria's Tree Spear, then a Tree Spear at some stage. Well, this I get to kill with Extreme Prejudice. Nice. Somber 7. Oh, hello. I was going to say I have no quarrel with you, but then you attacked me. There's going to be a Scarab over here with something. So whatever this thing has, I want it. Runes, runes, and more runes. Best to squash those before they become a problem. Somber 8, okay. I'm on the lookout for the ancient dragon smithing stones, because one of those might actually improve my odds against the final boss. High Pagehood, fun. Spelldrake Talisman. We got warm welcome from him, which is actually kind of incredible. Alright. And before Millennia. Okay, yep. No, that legitimately works. Amazing. I love that you could enter the arena in exactly the same way that the Noxtella Dragonkin Soldier does, so hell yeah, dude. Let me get in my spot here. Good, okay. Well, that didn't work out for me. Okay, you don't hit too hard, thankfully. Whereas I do. Oh, this isn't going to be good for this arena. Ouch. Alright, bye. Genuinely thought he disappeared into the ground. Okay. Good. The game is making it worth me coming here and dealing with these weirdos. That's not the Lake of Rot one, that's the Ainsel River main one. You can tell because it starts the second phase where it starts doing lightning strikes. I'm pretty sure the Lake of Rot one doesn't do that. Coffin time. Kick your knees up, coffin time. Kick your knees up, coffin time. Alright. It's all coming together, somehow. Deep Roots. Man, I'm so happy we did the Elden Beast fight, though. Like, I rolled my eyes at it at the time, but it was nice taking it down in just a handful of hits. Also, I'm pretty sure this Stormhawk is normally a an Erdtree avatar, so this is going to drop something. Cool! That's actually a unique buff. So if we wanted to use that for a little extra damage, then we could. Oh, come here. Come here. Don't know what the heck just... Oh, it was the... There's the jellyfish! Oh, the jelly bro. Well, we could take that to mountaintops and see what happens there. Because I'm pretty sure Roderica gave me something just scrappy. Yes, we can give some of the spell tomes to Turtle Pope as well, yeah. So that's going to maybe unlock some other stuff we can buy. But I think a lot of the like flask upgrades and important items like that have been put in... Stop it. They've been put in like boss fights and stuff instead of in shops. Like there is this trend that I've observed that I think is the result of a function of the randomizer where it can change the bias of like how close to their origin or to their kind of to like how closely stuff sticks to a pattern. So it's entirely possible that the remaining like sacred tears and stuff are all in boss fights. It's also entirely possible that we might get duelist greaves from an imp. So, flask-wise, we're on +7 now. There's a little cluster of items over here, which I will try and get. Trash, trash, trash. More Godskin apparel, which is always quite funny. Yeah, down here we have Crucible Knight's Siluria, usually, as a boss fight. Oh, hello. Something tells me this isn't going to go well. Although it did nearly just roll off that cliff, so if it can do that again, I'd love that, actually. Toro! Yeah, not so great. Is it worth fighting this thing? Tell me honestly. I genuinely think this one is going to be one of those situations where it, like... It's a long, drawn-out boss fight, and then we get, like, a Golden Rune 3 at the end of it or something. Feels like we did well off the last couple of bosses. This one does not feel like it's going to be worth it. At least we can ride Torrent. Not that it matters all that much to my survivability here. Okay, thought I should have hit there, but never mind. Yeah, you know what, screwed this. This is definitely going to be one of those fights that I just don't get anything good for. I have a feeling about that. Yeah, there's treasure chests inside the tree. We can maybe try and get those, and then not worry about it. If I thought that thing would actually roll off the side of the cliff here, I would try my best to get it to do that, but I don't think that is going to be wholly reliable if I attempt it as, like, a strategy versus just one of those things that can happen on sheer fluke. It's more likely that I will be the one that ends up going over the cliff. Okay, we got Jar White out of that, so... we can now let me solo them. Nope, go away, go away, go away. All of you, including you. Oh god! Did not see the dog, actually. Go away! Alright, so there's a lot of other items in Deeproot. I don't know all of their exact locations, because I only come here like once every 8 playthroughs or something, so... let's see what else we can run into here. I know the Spirit Springs here help get you up on top of some of the higher buildings, and that's where you get some stuff. So we'll give that a try. Okay, that's garbage. That's also garbage. And we're down. At least it's wolves and stuff around here and not, like, basilisks all over the place like it normally is. Dow 2014, thank you so much for the 10 months. Welcome back. And then, of course, at the top of here, we'd have the Fears Champions fight. Which I think I've already done. Like, I think they showed up somewhere else. Or maybe I'm thinking about me and Zloy's playthrough again. I know I fought them recently. But I think that's what it was. Kindred of Rot? What is this? The Halig Tree? Oh, absolutely not. The Staff of Loss is here. Oh, no. Possibly one of the worst things to encounter whilst trying to climb a tree. Something that can projectile vomit you off the tree. At least basilisks can be feared with torches. True. I think I even have the beast repellent torch. Oh my god, it's Garank. It's actual beast clergyman. He found the source of the death root after all. Randomizer, you've done it again. He's like, man, I'm getting hungry. Why not just go straight to the source? The question is this going to be a 3-phase boss fight? Because normally you fight 3 separate groups of enemies here. Nope, that is it. That is literally it. Fia's clergyman. And she's here.
Ah, I knew you. What is it to deny?
And I think I have all of the...
I see. For I wish to. So it is. I must bear. Go on, you deny us. Because we... You are... I am the...
I think we have all of the items for Fia's quest. Like, we have the curse mark of death. Because we got that from the Godfrey fight. Also, yes, this is Fia's outfit, by the way. She's a bug person now. You can actually hear her buzzing.
Have you when the first Godwin's out there is and I'm before the time. When God but another and I must before the my hands will you still this how did you oh my with this and claim you are man though I can I hold
Yep, still hugging. Still just got your elbows on my neck for some reason.
I will and it will the new life as the rune please brandished stay the by becoming.
I think it's incredible that you still get the Baldakin's blessing. Bug hat feels about right. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Anyway, let me get this. So what do you think is going to be in the place of Lichdragon Fortissax, considering that we fought him on the way down here? And do I have enough runes to get my way to the next level up? I think maybe just about. If I pop these 2 and then those 5. Oh, not even. Okay, I need like 2 more. Lich Dragon Rick, please. That would be so good. Who is left? Oh, so many. We fought maybe like 50 bosses. There are like 160 in this game. Yeah, Renala Phase 1 is an option. Melania is definitely an option.
This is good. I choose and I will who will inherit. What greater?
Okay, cool. That's the last bit of dialogue, huh? Yeah, Rykard Phase 2. There's a ton of the enemies that appear in, like, weird places. Like, there's a Misbegotten in the Snowfields. We fought both the Astels, so we don't get Snowfields Astel. I don't know, because I also don't know if this is putting a, if it's going to put, like, a more high-level boss in here, because this is a high-level, because all the high-level bosses are, like, interchanging themselves. Also, the Baldachin's Blessing just wore off, so I have like a little notch out of my health already. Yeah, Phase 1 Giant was in place of the Morgott fight, and then we had Phase 2. It is Renala! Oh god, and all her little guys are like flying sideways. That looks so creepy. Alright, well let's make this a little easier for ourselves. Oh god, and the singing one's over here now. Also, the singing, I think, is only going to happen if they're in the arena that you normally fight Renala. So, Lichdragon Renala is actually, I'll say it, kind of badass sounding. Come on down, lady. Dude, I can't believe we won't even one-cycle Renala. I think her health is adjusted for this area, though. Where's the last one? Well, anyone else? Good fight. And a Smithing Stone 6. Oh god. Well. Renala with Melania's theme, yeah. And now what do we get in place of this? Because I think we have this already. Great! I mean, I'll take it, I guess. And then Fia's dead, so we get something from that also. More smithing stones, okay. Still no ancient somber smithing stone. And then I guess we never did the whole thing with D and his brother. So we don't get the epilogue to that. But we've done Deep Root now. Interesting. Do I even have the Finger Slayer blade, by the way? I guess I don't, right? And we didn't get the other Mending Rune. I don't know where that one is. Let's go to Mount Gelmir. Silly though it is, let's go to Mount Gelmir. We haven't beaten the final rando boss. We are going to head back there, I think, in a few minutes. But I also kind of want to see what else is out here in the world. And I was trying to gather as many, like, flask upgrades and little, like, bosses we could beat to gather some more runes. Oh, we haven't seen Gold Mask yet on this playthrough, but I have a feeling he's not going to be there now because we've already burned the capital. So, unfortunately, we won't get to see what Gold Mask looks like. So I'm pretty sure this guy is normally a battle mage. Nice, we got a partisan out of that as well. Yeah, that guy is normally going to drop some stuff guaranteed, so that was worthwhile doing. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in this. And that was not worth it. A Somber 9 would have been worth it if we still needed to level that, but we don't. Oh, we never did any of Vare's quests, so again, like, Mogwin Palace is somewhere that we could conceivably go. Part of me really wishes that we had the Mimic Tear summon, so I could just summon that for the final fight, because I think the summons that I've leveled up so far have not really been all that great. And Valiant Gargoyles deserves to have somebody else join us, I think. Yeah, it would be really funny to see who Moog was. This is heinous. There's going to be something in that chest, but I sort of don't want to find out what it is. There's an abductor virgin here. Incidentally, from what I understand, if you want to get abducted by an abductor virgin and skip to Volcano Manor that way, it is possible to do that, but you just have to be killed by whatever enemy replaces the abductor virgin in that location. So if you go to the bottom of the Raya Lucaria water wheel, and we haven't even been into Raya Lucaria, I don't think. But if you go to the bottom of the water wheel and get killed by whatever, like, plant or something is down there, then you, Oh, it's Nereus. And he's wearing a Zamor mask for some reason. What up, idiot? Yeah, if you do that, then you still get transported to the manor, even if it's like just something tedious that kills you. Yeah, it was nice of him to... Okay, just the raw meat dumpling? Thanks. It was nice of him to walk directly into my AoE. I appreciated that about him. I'm actually going to grab all of the glove warp that I see, because there might be some which I still need if I want to upgrade any summons. Thanks. It's like, hey, do you know about the 3 fingers? I'm like, this run has had enough madness. You know? It's also playing, like, the Catacombs soundtrack here, which is really spooky. Oh, bonked the wall like it was Dark Souls. Oh god, there's a lobster here. Pray that it doesn't see me while I climb this ladder. I do not want to get sniped by a lobster whilst I'm climbing. There's going to be a ton more items on Mount Gelmir too, but I kind of want to fast track to the manor and see what's up. We never got the Volcano Manor invitation from Raya, because obviously she gave us something different. I don't think we've even returned a necklace to her, but I think it may be too late for that. Now we're on Altus anyway. Meanwhile, Boggart is going to be selling something other than boiled crab, because we can buy boiled crab at the round table holds, so... Who knows, man? We're also getting all the Ghost Glove Wart 7 from here, so that's clearly, yeah, it's kind of like priming you for the region. Three dragon hearts. It's quite a lot. I think that's actually enough to go and buy Raya's necklace from the Dragon Communion Church. Yeah, we definitely jinxed it. Let's see what's in the Fallingstar Beast Arena. We can always skip it if we don't like it. Oh yeah, the other merchant is on Mount Gelmir too, so maybe we can finally complete the full set of merchants. I think you can actually get to him if you like parkour up this bit.
Welcome, dear customer.
Kind of.
Yes,
Yep, there we
right
go.
This way. Right this way. Well, are you please? I'm hungry.
They all look like Santa. Stone Sword Key, Nomadic Warriors Cookbook, no smithing stones that we need, yeah. The merchant stock has been, like, almost disappointingly rational at times. We've also ended up with very few remembrances. I know I already crushed a few of them for runes or traded them in for equipment, but the Hoarah Loux remembrance we got really early. I feel like we got a Fire Giant remembrance at some stage, but then aside from those, we have not really received many. So I think, if anything, that just goes to show how much of the game there is still to do if we wanted to do it as part of the randomizer. No, we haven't fought the Abductor Virgins or anything. I would climb the world's tallest ladder in order to get up here, but I think we'll do the Spirit Spring instead. Huh. Okay, we just got Glintstone Breath for that? Okay, I guess. Full-grown worm face is a lot, I will say. But if anything, it's valid for this guy, because he's a lot bigger than all of the other ones. Okay, okay, we're halfway to the Halig Tree. That's not bad. Yeah, it occurs to me we never went and fought whatever's in Albinauric Village in place of the Omen Killer as well, so there's always that option. Again, and before it's Melania has been sent there to assassinate them all. I'm just going to keep imagining that every boss is Melania until one of them is, right? For all I know, at this point, we have lost any chance we had of getting the other half of the Halig Tree Medallion, because, like, I don't know, it could have been in Lanedale somewhere or something weird. But either way, let's go and see what everyone in Volcano Manor looks like, because this is just going to be a thing. Okay, the Crucible Knight looks the same. Oh my god, Tanith's face. She's actually dressed as Raya. Randomizer, you've done it again. She is literally dressed as Raya. She's got something slightly different going on with the hair, I think, but...
Aren't you precocious? We rarely receive visitors to the Volcano Manor without invitation.
That's just wild, man.
Fascinating. And not unlike another guest we had long
Better
ago.
posture than Raya, though.
About the burden of grief. If you have, rise with us. Your decision. Now you belong. The drawing room.
Well, we are rising against the Erd Tree anyway. Oh my god, no, amazing. Obviously, Vare's quest was not going to give it to us to begin with, but... No, wait, this means if we don't have the drawing room key, we can't get in. So I genuinely can't progress in Volcano Manor. But they gave me the Pureblood Knights medal so we can go and do Mogwin Palace. Hey, Vela, what's up? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, at least we can access that area now. I'll go and do the fight against this guy, because I want to see what we get instead of Giza's Wheel. Provided we are going to get invaded here. Oh, it's... Again? Absolutely what you deserve. And absolutely what I deserve for thinking that was going to be something worthwhile. I think we already have Giza's Wheel. Yeah, it's literally right next to my axe. Had your surgery 2 weeks ago. Nice, I hope it went well. We've got other people in chat recovering from surgeries as well, so yeah, hopefully it's all going alright for you folks. I'm doing pretty well. Did some costume shopping earlier today for a party I'm headed to on the 3rd, so I am sort of putting together a penguin cosplay, almost. But the old penguin, not the new penguin. We are now going to Mogwin Palace, because why wouldn't we? Rick, Lord of Blood, oh my god. Well, there's only really one boss that we can fight here. But this is also a really great place to farm runes if we have the opportunity to farm runes. So, conceivably we could do that. I don't necessarily want to. But let's at least wander around the swamp unhindered by awful skeletons. Information about Celavis. Oh, Hero's Rune. Nice. Nice. I'll take it. That's a lot of stuff right there. Oh god, there's a Guardian Golem here. You know what? I would love it if this area had ancient dragon smithing stones. Yes! Asked for and got. And the Lord Sworn's greatsword. Alright, well. Yeah, I think it was honestly not a bad call to expect to get one of those from here, because the game seems to have been, like the randomizer seems to have been positioning items like that in areas where it makes sense for you to get them progression-wise, even though the random part is meant to be random. I thought for a second the AoE might help me with this, and then of course it's a flying enemy, so it doesn't. And of course that's a flying enemy. I suppose the real question is, if I come through here and do this, can I kill anything? A reasonable amount of stuff, it turns out. Maybe not all of it. Ouch. I was literally swinging blind. I could not see where he was. But that doesn't matter. We got the grace. I can go and pick up my runes from nearby. We can go to the round table hold and make sure that my weapon is upgraded. New items can be purchased from the Twin Maiden Husks. I guess this is maybe the first time we've been back to round table hold since all of this. I'm going to buy all the rune arcs. Is there anything else we can conceivably get that will help? I mean, aside from boiled crab. The Nefeli Loux puppet. First time I will ever have really possessed that. It would be very funny considering we have the Axe of Godfrey. But let's go see Hugh. A little bit of extra damage. It's not going to hurt. A few extra runes won't hurt either. Nordic, thank you so much for the 6 months. It's a big axe. You think you've missed a few playthroughs? This playthrough in particular is one to go back and watch. If I can ask one thing of you, this randomizer playthrough has honestly been a trip and a half. Somehow the game has put together an experience that feels like it makes sense, despite how wacky everything should be. I think I might swap Shard of Alexander for something that's going to give us a little bit of additional like health and stamina and stuff. Because I don't think we're really using the raw and everything for the final fight of this. So I sort of wonder if maybe having some extra stamina would be helpful too. Or some damage negation, maybe. But we're going to go back and do the another attempt at the final boss fight. There's another legendary item near the place where the smithing stone was. I thought I got that, but maybe I missed it. Either way, we're back here. I'm going to pop a rune arc, because now we bought several. And in true Malekith fashion, I'm sure this will not help. But let's see how we do. Because remember, we've got Valiant Gargoyles to deal with after this. Alas, you're returned. Which great runes do I have? So I have Rykard's, Melania's, and Morgoth's. I'm pretty sure. Okay, not bad. Good. Love a stagger. Follow up with a jumping heavy. And another heavy for good measure. Nope, shouldn't have done that. I was ready for you this time. I was ready for you this time. Good. Okay, that one hit us on the backswing for some reason. Okay, that's fine, because that's not going to deal any actual damage. Dude. Every time I think I've got an advantageous position, he dummies me out of it. Oh, I hate that. Follow-up is just too much. I thought we had him. Yeah, Elden Gargoyles will be interesting. I think, honestly, it's a DPS race. Just kill the first one. But I do have Torrent as well, and I've not really used Torrent up until this point, so let's pop another rune arc and try our best. I'm so happy we got to see Tanith, because, man, Tanith wearing Raya's dress is just too much. Nice. Incredible. Ready for that one. Was not ready for that one, but that's okay. It's minor. Oh, I saw the end there. I saw the end and I swung the wrong way. No. Dang it. Okay, 2 heals. And let's see how far we get. Genuinely not sure how this is going to go. Ouch. Okay, managed to dodge that one this time. He's also got a big axe. Okay, now second gargoyle arrives. Ouch. No, I was summoning Torrent. Oh god, this is going to be even worse. Why these gargoyles, dude? Why? I genuinely think we need a summon to help us with this. Because that's such a difficult fight. And I think part of the problem is that we're not even in an arena where we can really see what's going on. The problem is, like, in terms of the summons I do have, none of them are really that good. I mean, we already upgraded Night Maiden and Swordstress. We might have enough to upgrade them all the way now. Although my runes are in the arena, so we'd have to pop one of these, maybe. And yeah, Red Midnight Ogre is also an option. Okay, this is going to be way expensive. I don't know what I can do in terms of, like, runes here other than just go back to Mogwin Palace and farm some, amazingly. So I guess we'll go here real quick. I don't have a gold scarab talisman or anything, so I can't really do a whole lot except just AoE them and then come back. Yeah, that is a Leonine Misbegotten, yes. The The only problem with this is that some of those things can't be hit with the AoE from this attack because some of them are birds. We can hit them other ways, of course, but... Oh, the other thing about Night Maiden and Swordstress is that I had to equip special medallions so that I could even summon them, because I don't have enough FP for this. So we can try that. But it means probably giving myself this and Marika's Source Seal for it to happen. Whereas outside of that, the thing about Mimic Tear is that it just takes health, so you can always summon it. But yeah, 97 Mind. I'm pretty sure we get there by doing this and then this. Yeah, we have 99 if we do that. Hey, Acrylic. Elden Ring is treating me mid at the moment. We're having a fun time with it, but yeah, I really wanted to get this randomizer run finished today, and it seems like we might be able to beat the final boss here, but the final boss is Malekith, followed by Valiant Gargoyles, so we'll see how this goes. But the randomizer has been incredible. Like, it's been so funny. Like, there's actually been some kind of, like, logic to some of it, which is... Okay, he followed up with a different attack to what I was expecting. Yeah, there's been some genuine moments of brilliance from the randomizer as a thing. Okay, hoped I would get that hit, but apparently I don't. Alright, fair. And yes, we did go and fight the Elden Beast today, so technically I've won. Because I beat Radagon somewhere else and I beat Elden Beast today. I also remembered I need to actually equip my summons if I'm going to summon anything. Which would help. Let's have those there, please. Literally the last item in my inventory. So we'll try popping a rune arc for this since we have a few going spare, and now we take extra damage from Malekith. We need to be extra careful about that. I don't want to summon them in this phase because they will get killed. And I realized that I completely forgot to drink my flask before I entered the arena. So I deserve that one, I think. Boy, I wish I had the Mimic Tear. I missed the Mimic Tear. I've no idea where it is. I don't think I've got most of the Summon Spirits in the game, so, like... Let's go one more time. I mean, since I'm not using the Ash of War on this weapon, it's kind of fine that it takes basically all of my FP to summon these guys. But yeah, we need to drink this first. And then go in. And then we'll see. Oh, I thought he was going to give me an easy stagger, but... Maybe he still could. Nope, definitely not. And I've completely screwed up the timing on that one, and I can't believe I did. Like, I can't believe they made the ending of this game as difficult in a randomizer as it normally is. There might be some rune arcs still in some of the merchants' inventories, so we could maybe get those from the round table hold if we need to. Okay. Ouch. No. No runes there anyway. Just about saved myself from dying there. No! I hate it, I hate it. Right. I'll try a couple more times, but I think at this stage I wouldn't mind playing it again, like trying to do even more with the randomizer on Thursday, but yeah, I think at this point my focus is dropping because I'm hungry. So I might need to go and eat after this. So we'll try a couple more times. We'll leave ourselves on one rune arc. If we don't win, then we don't win. We'll come back on Thursday and finish the job. Nope. Nope, nope, okay. Need to remember when he roars, that's not an opening for me to attack. That's a reason to create some distance. Yeah, I need real life FP, this is true. Food points is what that stands for. What is this thing? This is Malekith, the Black Blade, owner of the Rune of Death. He's basically a big dog boy. Yep, create some distance from this. Can't believe I whiffed that, but never mind. Okay, I thought I had that, but I hovered the dodge button instead of actually dodging. No runes, but let's do it anyway. Clear the battlefield of distractions. Too busy rolling to heal myself. Well, I think we'll end it there. Much as I hate to go out on a bit of an anticlimax for this whole thing, it turns out that the final boss was a little harder than I was expecting. I was really, really expecting it to be something a little bit more, I don't know, lenient, considering the randomizer, but we've got a challenge ahead of ourselves, and we might as well save that challenge for a day when I feel like I have a bit more focus. But for now, folks, we will rejoin this ridiculous adventure on Thursday, and then we'll have even more time on Thursday, hopefully, to continue messing around with the randomizer and seeing what else we can find. For now, we're going to send you folks over to somebody else who's streaming here on Twitch. Fwip's playing some Minecraft, and he's also been playing a little bit of Elden Ring on the side lately, so we're going to send you folks over to Fwip, since he is more active here on Twitch lately. Looks like he's digging an entire mountain in hardcore Minecraft, which sounds a lot like Fwip. So I'll send you folks over to him. Don't forget you can use your Pixel Hype emotes in the hashtag PixelRaid to show some love. And yeah, I'll see you folks again soon. On Thursday we should be streaming some more of this, so stay tuned and I'll catch you then. Take care. Bye for now.